we go. Clark Bartram here, and I'm about to show this 63-year-old man how to break this bat. You've seen Bo Jackson do this, right?
All
when
the time.
He strike out, he'd come down with momentum and snap it across his leg. That is not what you're going to do. I want you to take this baseball bat, put it across your thigh, and snap it in two. Do you believe you can do this?
There's no way in the world.
I believe you can do it.
You're nuts. You think I can snap that in two?
Go ahead, put it on your thigh and try and snap it in half. Come on, help him out. Let's go right there, get on the top of it and get all you got. Come on, go, come on, Toby, push. Is it bending?
No.
You feel it? Right here, right here. So right there. Okay, now go. Drive, push it. Go, it's going, go, keep going.
Holy jeez.
Okay, let's stop for a minute. I want to make this point. You gotta trust somebody. It's gonna be painful. It's not always gonna be easy, but when it gets hard, don't quit. Here's what people do. If I wasn't in your face right now, you'd say, F this, and walk away.
Up. Of course, I would have given up a long time ago.
You probably want to punch me right now, right? A little bit.
I'm going to hit you with the friggin' bag. That's what I'm going to hit you, bro.
So go ahead, I want you to finish this off. Go wide, go wide. Now come on, make some noise in here.
Kick-ass.
Get over top and just go. Push,
Here we go. Here we go.
Go. Drive, come on. Oh. Impossible. What?
Oh, man, that was unbelievable.
Dude, that was amazing. Now let's get rid of this. It's not over yet.
Come on,
okay.
are you serious?
Someone give me these phone books. Throw those phone books.
Oh,
in here.
no,
Here we go.
a phone book?
Yes,
oh,
now.
Come on.
You remember Franco Colombo back in the day,
I
right?
sure do, absolutely.
He would tear phone books in half.
Yes, he would.
Now, you just broke a baseball bat. Have you ever torn a phone book in half?
No way.
Okay.
There's no way.
Okay.
Maybe a bat. There's no way I'm going to be able to do this.
Go ahead and try. Right there, and peel back. Got to get your hands in there. Peel back. Keep going. Come on, help him out. Make some damn noise. Oh,
Damn.
what?
Oh,
Yeah.
you see that?
Look at this guy's fired up.
Damn.
Here's the evidence of what you just did right here. Now, the deal is most 20 or 30-year-old guys can't even do this. So how is it possible for a 63-year-old man to do it? Because I taught him this one specific method that older men like us can do to defy age and get back the strength that we once had. I mean, you want that strength back from when you were 18, right?
18, 20 years old, absolutely.
You know, we can get that and then some. Oh yeah, and the most important thing is this. Getting rid of the belly fat that's been slowing you down for years and allow you to have the body that you want and deserve for a man your age. I think it's important that you understand that you're working with a guy who's been doing this for 30 years. I'm probably most recognized for being on over 130 magazine covers. I've hosted my own television show called American Health and Fitness. I was on a really popular show you might remember on ESPN called Kiana's Flex Appeal. You remember that show?
Oh, yeah.
I've pretty much done everything that you can do in this industry, but all of it comes back to me wanting to help people. This is all I've ever done for the last 30 years is help men like you realize one thing, that all it takes is somebody that believes in them and somebody who knows what they're doing. So you believe that I know what the hell I'm talking about when it comes to you living in your healthiest body and getting in amazing shape. And then I've been training men from all walks of life, from celebrities to normal guys just like you. And that's the thing that I want you guys to understand. You probably read some random workout blogs or whatever. You flip through some Men's Health magazine and you're trying to duplicate those trendy weight loss tricks and all that kind of stuff written by some professional bodybuilder or Joe Schmo that you have no idea who the hell they even are. I want you to know me, and I want you to know what I'm offering you right now as a chance to get some free information from a real guy who's been doing it himself for 30 years. A man who can back it up, like I said, with 3 decades of living proof and the body that actually is legitimately in shape at 52 years old. So me and my workout partner put together a free video that will show you how he discovered this method for himself and how it helped him turn his body from being a little bit out of shape to what he looks like right now. This free video will provide you with step-by-step information to regaining your integrity, strength, and your body, starting right now. How in the world can a man 64 years old eat food such as this and look like this? And how about this 53-year-old man who eats a ton of this and still has abs? What are they on? Are they cheating? Now, like most older men who are struggling with belly fat, you may believe that these men were just simply born with perfect genetics. The kind of genetics that pretty much allow you to eat the foods that you love and you never have to worry about strict dieting or doing long, tedious workouts. The truth is, I used to believe that too. But what if I told you that it has nothing to do with genetics, age, or even how much time you spend working out? In fact, what if I told you that their so-called perfect genetics were all made possible by simply taking control of this one key hormone, and that you can command your body to produce lots and lots of it, making it possible for you to enjoy your favorite foods and experience life the way it was meant to be enjoyed, without having to constantly worry about weight or your health, and allowing you to get rid of your belly fat faster and easier than you ever thought possible. And lastly, what if I told you that you can do all of this right now, from the comfort of your own home today? Now you might be thinking, how can I be so sure that simply increasing the production of this one hormone, which doctors and scientists are calling the master male hormone, will work for me, especially for a man of my age? Well, here's the truth. It's because I've been there myself. But I'll get to that story in just a few minutes. And to be honest, I'm not the only living proof to validate how much control our testosterone health has over our ability to look and feel great at any older age. In fact, here's what one of my clients looked like before I shared with him the one thing men our age must do differently than younger men to boost our most powerful fat-burning hormone. Now, his name is Toby. This was him at the age of 60 before we started working together. And now, check him out. Toby is nearly 64 years old now and has a better body than most 25-year-olds. That's the truth. And you can clearly see it right here. This is a normal guy, just like you. In fact, you're probably starting to realize that age, genetics, or whatever other lies you were told aren't really the main factors when it comes to getting in shape for men our age. And it all has to do with this, your male testosterone hormone. But there's just one problem. With most men over the age of 40, the production of this one hormone is essentially, boop, turned off. You see, as a man ages, his testosterone production starts to decline. And no, it didn't start going down during your 40s or at the same time you started noticing your belly fat and weight was getting a bit out of control. In fact, the gradual decline of your testosterone started in your mid-20s and early 30s. That's the truth. And it's been going down about 1 to 2% each year since. And now, by the time you reached your 40s, your 50s, and 60s, chances are your test levels have dropped by up to 50%, making you, listen, half the man you once were, mentally and physically. And this male testosterone curse is exactly why you're struggling with weight loss and adding more and more belly fat every single day of your life, even though you may be consciously eating less and less. And this is also why you may have started to believe that getting in shape for a man our age is just too damn difficult or even impossible. However, listen, there is something that you can do to turn this testosterone switch on again. It's the same way my good friend Toby and I did. So getting back to the days when eating was exciting and fun, the days when you weren't plagued with health or physical concerns with every bite of your favorite foods. The good old days when being a man meant you could eat and live like a man, not the salads and all the low-fat, zero-carb nonsense that most female dieters swear by. Now, this isn't just wishful thinking, guys. This is what happens when you apply science-based research to an aging man's body. And this one thing that older men must do to reignite our testosterone production naturally has already helped thousands of men, just like you and I, regain the youthful body and confidence that we deserve. And right now, I'm going to show you exactly how you can completely and easily get the body that you've always wanted, turning your testosterone engine on and into top gear. And on top of that, I'm going to show you the 3 testosterone lies that 90% of all men with belly fat are made to believe. In fact, these common testosterone lies are actually causing more harm than good, creating a global decrease in natural testosterone production in all men. So, if you're a man over 40 and right now you're able to reach down and grip onto a handful of belly fat surrounding your waist or your midsection, I encourage you to carve out just a few testosterone-saving minutes and watch the free video right now to the very end. Now, like most older men, you too might be facing these same aging issues of physical deterioration or weight gain. And what can be worse is not knowing what you can do to fix it. Now, there are tons of conflicting information on how a man can increase his test levels. I know this. But first, I want to clear up 3 of the most common testosterone lies that men are made to believe. Testosterone lie number 1. You have to be on medical testosterone replacement therapy to improve your testosterone. Now, yes, it's true that your declining testosterone production is causing you to suffer physically. However, it's not to the point where it's life-threatening and needs medical attention yet. You see, even though TRT is very effective, like all prescription drugs, they come with some serious side effects. All right, guys, let me be real. Testosterone replacement therapy, commonly known as TRT, actually does nothing to regain a man's natural testosterone production. In fact, it shuts it down even further. But like I said, guys, in just a bit, I'll show you an all-natural way to boost your test levels without drugs. And I'll show you right after you see these 2 other lies. Okay, on to testosterone lie number 2. You must exercise to improve testosterone. In fact, the most popular form of exercise, cardio, is scientifically proven to decrease a man's testosterone. In a study done by the National Strength and Conditioning Association, research shows that performing cardio, also known as conditioning work, left testosterone depressed at 24 and 48 hours post-exercise. Now, since testosterone hormones determine how much fat your body will burn and at the speed in which your muscles and your joints will recover, having your testosterone depressed for 48 hours is detrimental to your fat loss and your health goals. And it's why most older men don't truly see the results they want, even though they try working out more and more often. Okay, on to my 3rd and final testosterone lie. Older men cannot produce testosterone naturally like they used to in their 20s. Lie. This is the biggest lie of all. Look, I am 53 years old and I am living proof that you can have higher test levels at any age. Trust me, I'll go with anyone half my age. Now, what if I told you that there is a way to boost your testosterone without being required or forced to exercise or take a shot? And what if I showed you how you can easily have your body producing more testosterone without weekly visits to a doctor for hormone treatments? And on top of that, have your test levels higher and your body in better shape than most 20-year-olds that you see on a daily basis. Picture waking up every day full of energy and motivation, and the first thing you see in the mirror is a refreshed, new man with a lean and toned body to go with that new attitude. And not to mention that extra boost of sexual performance. Talk about keeping the women in your life satisfied, man. Let's go. In addition, your new body will instantly demand the respect that you know you deserve from your coworkers and your friends. And on top of it all, eliminate the stress associated with your aging health. Now, with all these positive changes, you'll have more confidence and energy to go for those career and relationship goals you rightfully deserve. But listen, man to man, me and you talking. Today, I want to share with you the one thing that I did to support my test levels because I really do know how frustrating and hopeless an older man can feel when you have little to no control of what you can do to fix your belly fat issues. You know, we've all made a conscious effort to improve our lives throughout the years, right? Whether it was working out more or eating better. However, most of us just can't seem to find the one thing that will work for us older men. But we know it's out there. However, there really hasn't been a man our age to show you the truth about what really works. And you're reminded of this every morning when you look at yourself in the mirror or when you have to try on a few different sets of clothes just to find one that hides the bulge that has become your stomach. Now, you head to work without the drive and the energy that you once had. And before you even get there, you're already thinking about getting back home and going to sleep. And by lunchtime, man, you're already mentally checked out and finding yourself falling asleep at your desk, even though you've downed a few coffees, energy drinks, and all of that other dangerous stuff. And when you're finally off work, fighting traffic to get to the gym, that's the last thing you want to do, man. Now listen, we haven't even talked about the most important part yet, eating right. Eating responsibly is the one thing doctors and researchers consider the most important factor for fat loss and supporting your test levels. In fact, it's proven that nutrition makes up about 80% of the fat loss results that you and I seek. However, as busy men, most of us just grab whatever we can for breakfast and lunch, whatever's convenient. Okay, listen, I get it. We all have limited time in our day. So what we do is we end up going to unhealthy fast food restaurants, which we all know is just going to pack on even more belly fat. And for the rest of the time, we just end up eating whatever the woman in our life gives us or whatever's in the refrigerator, right? And if you were to start preparing your meals on your own, honestly, where do you even start? I mean, where do you go? And what's even considered healthy groceries for older men? And if you did go out of your way to make these diet meals for yourself, how long would you last eating those tasteless meals? A day or two before you start to realize that there is no way you can stay happy eating like this. And you're supposed to eat this way forever? Screw that, man. Listen, with so much going on and with so much conflicting and eating information, spending hours and hours trying to cook and prepare tasteless diet meals that have never really given you the results that you want seems like a complete waste of time. And if you're like me, you're probably starting to get this gut feeling that things will only get worse and worse as time goes on. And this little bit of extra belly fat is just the beginning. Just think, if you can see a bit of flabby, hanging belly fat now, just imagine what your stomach is going to look like after you gain a few more pounds. And this won't stop. It'll happen month after month, year after year, and eventually, this weight gain will spill over into your neck, love handles, your face, and it's going to turn you into a man you never imagined that you would turn out to be. Now, beside affecting how you look, belly fat can lead to some devastating health issues for older men. And you might be thinking, I'm not highly overweight or obese, my health should be fine, right? Wrong. Harvard Medical School reveals this. Even if you're not overweight, having a large belly raises your risk of dying of heart disease. And they also found that normal weight people with a spare tire, known as central or abdominal obesity, had a higher risk of dying of heart disease or any other cause compared with people without central obesity, regardless of whether they were normal weight, overweight, or obese. And this leads me to one of my biggest fears with my family. No man should have to face serious health issues that could leave you bedridden and depending on your family to take care of you for the rest of your life. Furthermore, think about how it affects the lifestyle you may have to live with your belly fat and your weight holding you back. Carrying around more and more weight will make it more difficult for you to enjoy activities that you've planned with your kids and your grandchildren. Imagine being too tired and always having to sit down and missing out on those once-in-a-lifetime experiences with your family. Heck, and forget about your favorite sports or hobbies like golf. It'll be impossible to even walk a few holes without getting winded and taking long and frequent breaks. And what about that underlying lurking fear of not being able to perform or satisfy the woman in your life like you once did? Or even wondering if she's still truly happy or even still attracted to a man whose body is withering away underneath layers and layers of unwanted belly fat. So here's another thing that you need to think about as well, guys. This is going to start leaking into your career. You know what I'm talking about. Younger colleagues looking at you as a worn-out has-been or just someone who's waiting to retire or worse, get let go. This is not who you are, and you know it. You're a badass. You have this in you. Now, I'm not even sure what led you to this video. Maybe you heard about me from a friend. Maybe you've seen me on YouTube where I'm the #1 nutrition coach. We have over 4 million subscribers on this channel, and I'm proud to say that we are the biggest community of older guys getting in shape on the internet. I'm really proud about that. Or perhaps you've seen our company's recent featured articles or my recent magazine covers in your local stores. I don't know what brought you here. Regardless of how you found me, it doesn't matter. And by the end of this video, here's my promise to you. You will feel confident to know that you'll have the answer that you've been searching for. All right, guys, my name is Clark Bartram, and I could waste time sitting here telling you how successful I've been as a fitness model, a bodybuilder, at the age of 53. I'm still doing this, guys. My career is not over. However, there is a far more important reason why you should listen to what I have to say. That's because just a few short years ago, I was you, struggling with the same low T-related frustrations. I was conflicted on what to do or what not to do. Should I try this diet? Should I try that diet? Should I get TRT? Should I get on drugs? Should I try a different workout style? Should I go to a counselor? I don't know, man. I was lost. I mean, I was desperate, not only to get back in shape, but I wanted to regain my confidence. I needed to be a father. I needed to be a husband. I needed to be the person that I was. I needed to get back on track with my career and my life. Being in shape just isn't a goal or a hobby. I mean, my whole entire life is built around the way I look. And I'm not saying that to sound superficial. I'm saying that because it really is the truth. And it sucks when you start losing that in your life and wondering what I'm going to do. I mean, I've been a fitness model since my 20s, guys. A trainer, a nutritionist, an actor. Now, of course, this is my path. It's the path that I chose because I'm passionate about helping men and inspiring others to achieve their dream and their best bodies. But you need to know, like I said a minute ago, this wasn't just a hobby. It's how I put food on the table. Being fit was my job. It is my job. It still is today. And I started this job when I was in my 20s. And at that same time, everything was looking up. Weekly covers on Fitness Magazine, TV shows on ESPN, photo shoots with the biggest photographers and the most beautiful women in the industry. You name it, I was doing it. And I'm not gonna lie, when you're in your 20s and 30s, it's a whole lot easier than when you're 53 years old. So I wanna tell you, I got back on track. But like I mentioned to you before, by the time I reached my mid-40s, everything got a whole lot harder. My mood and my attitude were down. My body wasn't looking the way it used to or the way it needed to, and I was feeling depressed. Since my career and my reputation depended on my body being in tip-top shape, I guess you could say that it got rocky for me for a few years. Honestly, it did. I booked less photo shoots. I lost my gig on QVC, like I said. I did less motivational seminars. I lost clients. I felt like I had been written off and forgotten. Even some of the big-name photographers in the industry encouraged me to come to terms with the fact that I was just getting older and my career was over and that my body would never be the same again. That is a hard pill to swallow for a guy like me, which is why I chose to ignore what others were saying about my obvious physical downgrade and instead take matters into my own hands. I wasn't going to let 3 decades worth of inspiring men to achieve their dream bodies just slip through my fingers. No way. But having to be motivated in one of the lowest points in my life was one of the hardest things to face. Can you see how devastating it is to see yourself get more and more out of shape? Even though you're giving it your all, you probably can. So with my family and my health in mind, I finally did something that most men really hate doing. I went to see our family's doctor. After a series of blood tests and follow-up meetings, the doctor discovered the root cause of my weight gain and my low energy and my depression. It was due to my fading testosterone production. Man, at first, I was pretty worried. I was thinking, don't you know who you're talking to? However, when my doctor explained that this fading testosterone curse is actually very common for older men, I realized that I wasn't alone. In fact, he explained that 1 in 4 men in their 30s have low test. And these statistics dramatically increase for men in their 40s, 50s, and so on. Now, I want you to take a second to really think about what I'm about to say. I've focused on fitness and staying healthy for the majority of my life. I've had to. It was my job, right? So just think about this for a minute. If low testosterone can cause me to be depressed, lose my motivation, not feel good, start losing muscle and gain fat, just think how devastating it could be for a normal older man's body who doesn't really pay too much attention to his body or his health. Now, my doctor gave me his recommended option of hormone therapy to correct my test levels. Check out why I turned it down. Now, don't get me wrong. TRT, or testosterone replacement therapy, is very effective, or so it seems. It depends on who you talk to. But you have to remember this. TRT is the legal prescription form of steroids that you hear so many pro athletes and bodybuilders illegally used to gain huge physical advantages. But somehow they've seemed to make it so acceptable. Like illegal steroids, TRT is administered through weekly testosterone injections. Heck, I don't know, you might be doing them right now. But unfortunately, just like steroids, TRT come with the same dangerous side effects. Harvard reports this: steroids, or testosterone injections, have been linked to tumor growth in both the liver and kidneys. One report describes 36 benign and malignant liver tumors in patients who receive steroids for more than 24 months. Steroid use over longer stretches of time has frequently resulted in lowering of testosterone. Surprisingly, steroids also produce feminizing side effects in males. Furthermore, testosterone injections reduce normal testosterone production. In addition, sperm production frequently ceases. So without natural levels of testosterone production, there is a danger that male reproductive system may waste away. Few studies have been conducted on athletes who've taken steroids for longer periods, and thus the question of irreversible changes must remain open in our minds. And the use of steroids reduces the desire among men to perform sexually. Now, after seeing these highly regarded research documents and the proven side effects of TRT, it was clear to me that increasing my test production naturally was the route that I wanted to take. TRT is a lifetime commitment. You have to stay on those shots. And if Harvard research shows that you can be seeing some fatal side effects in just 1 year or two, I think it's clear to say that's a big fat no. Not to mention how TRT can actually shut down your own production of testosterone, and you could lose your libido. No thanks. Destroying my sex life is not a part of the plan, and it's something I could never, ever put my wife through. She doesn't deserve that. Guys, this is why I encourage you to take the natural route like I did before you start injecting yourself with dangerous medication. In fact, this firm decision of taking control of my testosterone naturally was what led me to discover this one simple change that I made to regain the health and body that you're looking at today. Now, before I tell you the simple way of boosting your test level in older men, I just have to warn you of one thing. What I'm going to show you is proven to be more effective and powerful than any testosterone drug or therapy out there. Now, you noticed I didn't say diet because boosting your test has nothing to do with eating less or cutting out your favorite foods. So here's a tip, guys. You actually have to eat more. Even the foods that you were once told were bad for you by outdated research. Now, before you think, oh God, he's just telling me to follow another eating plan, I want to ask you one question that will change everything you think you know about diets. Did you know that 90% of all diets available are made for women and a woman's hormone health? Check out these 3 key signs on how to tell a diet is not made for a man like you. Number 1, they require that you cook daily. Listen, I personally don't know any man that cooks every day, unless you're a chef, of course. Now, I'm not saying that cooking is a woman's job, but it's just that statistically, women do most of the cooking. Time magazine reports that on an average day, 83% of women spend time doing household activities such as cooking. And since women are doing the majority of the cooking, it only makes sense that diets are made for females. Now, most of us don't mind cooking for an hour or so during the weekend, but every day is usually out of the question. Now, what if there was a way to get all your healthy meals cooked in an hour a week, and with each meal, activating a boost in your testosterone production? Sounds like a whole lot better deal, right? Well, just in a minute, I'm going to show you how. Okay, here's the second telltale sign that your diet is not for you. Number 2, they do not focus on increasing a man's testosterone production. Now, you might not know this, but low fat, low calorie, and all these other restrictive diets that you see out there are not doing anything for boosting your test, and they can actually further decrease it. Listen to this. Men's Health reports about 20 to 30% of your daily calories should come from fat, and not just those heart-healthy monounsaturated fats found in olive oil. Saturated fats contain cholesterol, which is a crucial precursor to your testosterone production. In addition, consuming calories prevents the body from slowing testosterone production as a reaction to perceived starvation. As you can see, cutting fats or starving yourself with low-calorie diets is definitely something that men should avoid. Now, me personally, providing for the family is my main duty, just like you. And I'm thankful that my wife can prepare meals for the entire family. However, 90% of the food she prepares are not testosterone friendly. It's just food. Many of these so-called healthy meals from her that she gets on Pinterest with her girlfriends are diets that are made beneficial for women. Diets out there are catered to and made to support a woman's estrogen and their hormone health. Not one single time have you heard that it will benefit a man's testosterone. That's why most of these foods can actually hurt you more, which leads to the next sign that a diet you might have followed was meant for women. Number 3, they do not block estrogen. Remember, estrogen is the master female hormone, the counterpart to testosterone. As test levels decrease, estrogen levels in men increase. So high levels of estrogen are common in aging men with symptoms of low testosterone. And the most common high estrogen symptoms in men include, but are not limited to, sexual dysfunction, low libido, decreased morning erections, decreased erectile function, enlarged breast, urinary tract symptoms, increased abdominal fat, feeling tired, loss of muscle mass, emotional disturbances, especially depression, and type 2 diabetes. Now, as you can see, low test and high estrogen go hand in hand. And since most diets are made for women, they simply avoid including nutrients or foods that block estrogen. In fact, most of them include soy, dairy, and other foods that are proclaimed as healthy, but in reality, for guys, can be very detrimental for men like us to consume. So, what must men do differently with their eating plan in order to truly see results? It's a really good question, and here's the answer. It's simple. Just do the opposite of these traditional meal plans that are made for women. First, you should be able to cook a week's worth of meals in an hour or less a week. Second, each meal must include foods that contain testosterone-boosting nutrients. And lastly, each meal must also include a portion of estrogen blocking foods. Now you might be thinking, why don't I just lift a lot of weight like younger guys do, or just do a ton of long cardio to burn the fat off? You know, I hear what you're saying, and yes, certain particular workouts do help a lot. I'm not gonna lie. But when your test levels are low, no amount of training will work, even if you have the best workout trainer right by your side. Listen to me. It's like trying to drive a car with no gasoline. It's not possible. You need to fill your body with testosterone before it can run properly. So without testosterone, you're not getting anywhere. In fact, it's why your past workouts haven't worked. The truth is, the most effective way to fuel your body is with nutrients that physically help you make testosterone in your body. That's why most nutrition experts say that 80% of your results come from what you put in your mouth, your food, eating. And the other 20% come from exercise and proper rest. And it's clear to see, guys. So now listen to this. The average guy eats about 4 times a day. That's 28 meals in a week, okay? And a poll done by Gallup shows that the average guy does some sort of exercise about 3 times a week. Can you see the difference? 28 meals versus 3 workouts. See where I'm going with this? On an average, you eat about 10 times more than you'll actually be working out. So which do you think will make a bigger impact on your test levels in fat loss? Think about it. Something that affects you 28 times or just 3 times? Obviously, it's the 28 instances of what you're eating, what you're putting in your mouth. Now, picture what you would look like if one of these meals you were eating contained the key test-boosting foods and nutrients that you need, while blocking estrogen from corrupting your body. You'll look similar to Toby and me. Seriously, it's possible. Now, as you can see, even though workouts do work, you must first switch over to eating in a way that supports a man's hormone levels, mainly your testosterone. Otherwise, like I mentioned, if you work out with low test or minimal test support from your nutrition, you're going to burn out your test production further and end up in an even worse position. Just remember this one general rule. In order to get in shape, 80% of it is eating for testosterone, and the rest is exercise and recovery. Now, you've probably started to realize, one way or another, that you've tried or you're still following a diet that isn't meant for men like us, especially someone our age with decreasing levels of testosterone. And you've also realized that eating is more important than just simply working out every day. Now, there's just one more thing that I want you to hear, and listen closely. So my new discovery in testosterone nutrition will only work for men. So you can be confident that this is made with the male body in mind, especially an older man's body. In fact, the older you are, the lower your test is, the more powerful this test boosting effect will be on your life. So this is why when older men like my clients and I started boosting our test production, we ended up looking better than most 21-year-olds that you see out there on the streets. And it doesn't matter if you think you have poor genetics. That has nothing to do with it. Again, what I'm showing you is made specifically for a man's genetics. So you're a man, right? If yes, then you have the genetics for it. So how do you do it? That is the question. So how do you trigger this test boosting effect in men? Well, it's by using a specific combination of unique test boosting and estrogen blocking foods that, when eaten together, automatically create this androgenic reaction in your testosterone production. Again, being androgenic simply means that your body is in the optimal environment to start creating more testosterone naturally. So here is how it works. After just a few minutes after eating this unique combination of food and nutrients, the hypothalamus portion of the brain that maintains the body's internal hormone balance will signal your endocrine glands to produce more testosterone in the male reproductive system. But listen, that's not all. Remember, estrogen, the master female hormone, aka the hormone that you don't want more of, well, creating an androgenic environment in your body will automatically help decrease estrogen from being formed. Because once this unique combination of food is eaten, those key estrogen-blocking nutrients will begin to inhibit or eliminate testosterone's worst enemy, the aromatase enzyme. Just as a reminder, aromatase is the enzyme that converts testosterone into estrogen. You got to remember that one. And this test-boosting and estrogen-blocking effect will automatically be activated with every single meal and every single bite. Okay, so here is one of the simplest meals that I eat all the time. I call this my testo chili. And I'll give you my recipe later. Trust me, it is good and it's very effective. But first, I want you to check out these 2 test-supporting ingredients in this chili. Now, I've included ground beef in here, right? But this isn't one of those 98% lean meats like you see all over the supermarkets. This is one from 80% lean and 20% fat, one of the highest fat percentages that you can get in beef. Now, like I mentioned before, fats are key building blocks for making testosterone. And if you don't have enough of it, testosterone will not be produced. However, you can't just eat a ton of fats and hope to lose your belly, right? The key is to eat the perfect amount of fat. I call this the testosterone ratio. You see, if you eat too much or the wrong kind of fats, you'll end up adding more belly fat. But if you eat too little, no test will be produced. But don't worry, I'll show you a simple way to figure out the perfect amount for your body in just a minute. Next, we've included the white button mushrooms. Now, they might not look like much, however, these little mushrooms pack a ton of estrogen-blocking nutrients. The U.S. National Library of Medicine states, white button mushrooms suppressed aromatase activity, suggesting the presence of multiple inhibitors, more than one inhibitory mechanism. Phytochemicals in the mushroom aqueous extract inhibited aromatase activity and proliferation of MCF7 aerocells. Now, these results suggest that diets high in mushrooms may modulate the aromatase activity by reducing in situ production of estrogen. Now, this testo chili is one of my simplest meals, and it's very easy for me to explain. And it follows the guidelines of what men must do differently with their eating plan in order to truly see results. I'm able to make a week's worth of this in less than an hour, guys. Truly I am. It contains the perfect fat content to support your testosterone, and it contains these white button mushrooms which block the estrogen. Now, as you progress and gradually start producing more test, you're going to need to adjust and advance these meals. Not only does this mean a higher test boost, it also means even more delicious meals. How can you go wrong with that? Now, my testo chili is a great jumpstart meal to correct your deteriorating hormone system. This particular meal is part of my first estrogen detox phase. Okay, with the research we've done, we have discovered that you can't just eat a bunch of test-boosting foods and expect your belly fat to magically disappear overnight. It doesn't happen like that. You have to go through some simple steps to optimize your test levels. Now, I've separated the testosterone eating plan into phases so that you can work your way up into a more advanced testosterone boosting meals. Trying to boost your testosterone without setting your body up for the right test boosting environment will be much less effective. On top of that, you can actually stress the body out too much and actually decrease your vital hormone production. The key is to increase your test levels gradually until they reach your body's peak performance. Now in phase 1, since your test levels are low right now, this means your estrogen levels are way higher than where they need to be. So it's vital that in the first 30 days, we first focus on cleaning out the excess estrogen in your body. If not, the estrogen in your body will continue to eat away at the test that you're trying to produce. That's why all of your meals within the first 30 days must contain a high concentration of estrogen-blocking foods, along with meeting the right testosterone ratio. You see how all this works? This will allow your body to end this vicious cycle of your testosterone being converted to estrogen and then adding more belly fat. Removing any excess estrogen is the first and most essential step in revitalizing your testosterone production. And then we're on to phase 2, the testosterone recharge phase. This is the phase where you're going to see the fastest changes in the way that you want to look. So for the next few weeks, you're going to need to adjust your meals to support higher levels of test. You see, since we've eliminated the estrogen as an issue in phase 1, this now is the perfect opportunity to really drive up your testosterone levels without any interference from estrogen. Now we're going to focus on combining key foods that contain the highest testosterone boosting quality. This is how you'll be able to max out your test levels as the man that you are and finally get the flat and toned body that you've always wanted. Now at this point, you're going to already look like a completely different person, and you'll be 100% satisfied with the results that you see at that very moment. But there's one last thing that you've always wanted, and now you're ready for it. Okay, phase 3 is focused on getting that lean, toned body and completely removing that last bit of belly fat that you might still be hanging on to. I call phase 3 my testosterone lifestyle phase. And our goal in this phase is to start incorporating a new blend of testosterone-based fat-burning meals. You see, guys, with your estrogen levels being safe and your testosterone levels being peaked, your body is now able and ready to handle much more of an advanced type of fat-burning meal. Okay, so these meals, they're going to be able to boost your test levels for up to 24 hours after just one meal. Now, the reason that we need to focus on these meals with such a powerful test boosting effect is because of one simple thing. You never really know what's going to happen in life, do you? There's always a chance that you might get too busy to eat a meal. And these new advanced meals will help you recover from those unplanned events. In addition, you'll need to start focusing on other areas of your life that could be affecting your test levels. Breaking or improving habits such as binge drinking or properly eating at social events. And eventually train your body to sustain peak levels of test with minimal maintenance for years to come. Now, this is actually my good friend and client Toby going through phase 1. You can clearly see that his belly fat and the bloating caused by high levels of estrogen has been dramatically decreased. He noted that he started to feel much more energized, that most of those old man joint pains started fading away due to carrying less fat around his belly. He clearly wasn't exactly where he wanted to be, but he was getting there. And this is after completing phase 2, the testosterone recharge phase. And you can notice that his abs are starting to show, and he's getting a bit more muscular. And on top of that, he has his blood analysis completed between every phase, and his test levels were through the roof. His body was feeling solid, and this might be TMI, but he even told me that his sex life had improved quite a bit. And this is Toby after the final phase, and what he looks like today. Look at this. In fact, he's gotten in such good shape that a bunch of my colleagues in the fitness industry joked about him stealing cover spots from me in upcoming photo shoots that I'm booked for. But you know what? I'm so happy for him, I want him to get them. So, he is a guy who has never imagined to be able to turn his body and health around. Maybe just like you. But here's the truth. Guys, it's possible. In fact, for the last few years, I've been showing this simple testosterone eating system to my personal friends and my clients. So if you've seen my YouTube channel, you've probably read the comments on how effective it's been for so many older men around the world. Now, figuring out the right and unique variations of food and putting them into delicious meals took me almost an entire year to do. Not to mention all the time it took to find the exact way to strategically boost your testosterone. So like all the men out there who've gotten into great shape, you have a decision to make today. You see, guys, now that you see that test boosting is a matter of eating the right combination of test boosting foods through these 3 gradual phases, you have 2 options. Option 1, you can spend a year or more of your time to customize your own test boosting recipes and put them into phases of your own. That's fine. In addition, you can try to figure out how you can prepare a week's worth of meals in just an hour. And lastly, hoping these meals will taste good for you to stick to it and hoping that they'll boost your testosterone even a little bit. Or there's a simpler choice, guys. Option 2. Just copy what I did by using the simple testosterone nutrition program that I've already designed and customized for a man to naturally increase testosterone to its optimal level. Now, if you like saving time and having guaranteed results like I do, then option 2 is a no-brainer, right? Because I have everything mapped out for you. Every unique blend of test boosting and estrogen blocking food broken down into these test supporting phases. In addition, you'll get all my testosterone eating tips and techniques designed for men our age. And you can easily view them all in my live cooking demonstration videos, which will show you in detail how to easily prepare a week's worth of meals in under an hour. They're all here for you. All you have to do is take it and follow it. It's that easy. Now, I've openly shown thousands of guys this new type of testosterone nutrition for men over 40. And it's a great feeling to know that I was able to help men who were struggling just like me to regain their confidence that they absolutely needed in their life. And it's time that you're given the same opportunity and experience to achieve the lean, healthy body that you deserve without the pains and aches. On top of that, no more feeling restricted to disgusting health foods. Remember the time when you were able to enjoy the foods that you wanted without feeling guilty? Once your testosterone levels are optimized, you'll be able to have the foods that you crave and still keep the ripped body that you've earned. And that's the main goal of this new program. No more working out for hours. In fact, working out is optional. Listen, when you're eating the right foods, you no longer have to depend on long, boring workouts that steal time from your life and from your family. You can finally eat and do the things you want to do. You can have all that. I've personally done this myself in my 50s. And the solution is all in this blueprint to my exact nutrition system. And I want to hand you the world's first testosterone nutrition system designed and personally made by and for a man over 40. A sustainable, simple to follow, and delicious eating plan that's designed to specifically enhance a man's testosterone. The system is called Test Max Nutrition because it's designed to get rid of your belly fat by enhancing your body's testosterone production to the maximum level that's safe and easy for men to permanently sustain. With this, you can maintain an optimal level of testosterone with a unique combination of proven foods, and it's all based on your body's natural hormone production. No weekly doctor appointments, and definitely no dependency on prescription testosterone therapy. All you have to do is gradually start to incorporate the unique meal plans that I'll be showing you how to make. Now, I don't want you to think this is a complex eating plan just because the entire program is based on scientific research. Remember, this was designed by a busy and sometimes lazy man, me. So I promise you that you'll be impressed on how easy it is to follow. In fact, we'll start off by adding just one meal at a time. That sound doable, right? Trust me, guys, this is a whole lot better than eating dry chicken breasts or canned tuna every single meal, like most diet plans are going to instruct you to do. Now, even though you'll only need to make a few of these tiny adjustments to your eating, you'll start noticing a huge difference within your body in just a few days. And I promise you this, within weeks, you'll have seen even more results than anything you could have ever tried combined, period. And remember, I'm going to show you how to prepare, cook, and pack up a week's worth of meals in just around 1 hour. So you won't have to depend on anyone to cook your meals, and you won't ever have to spend $10 or $15 on single pre-made healthy meals that you see in a snooty, all-organic store somewhere. In fact, at around the same price as going out to eat 2 times for lunch, you'll have enough food to last you for an entire week. Now, some of my clients are saving on an average of about $300 a month with the money they used to spend eating out. That is the truth right there, guys. If you think about it, that's a new car payment. And just think how easy life will be. All you have to do is just eat the testosterone boosting meals, save money, and live a healthier and better life. Come on, man. This is the easiest way, and you know it. I know you do. In addition, you'll also see all my testosterone seasoning tricks, not only to make sure you'll never get bored of your food and your body will never get used to the same old meals, but these weird testosterone seasoning tricks are actually designed to further boost your test levels even more. The best part is that it's all so easy to follow. And I'm going to be with you every step of the way to answer every question that you might have along the way. No guesswork, no trial and error. Each phase, each week, and every single recipe will be explained in detail and demonstrated for you in a simple to follow series of live cooking videos. I'm doing it for you. And in just a few clicks on my TestMax members site, you'll be ready to watch these videos and start preparing your meals in the next few days. And to make this even more convenient, you can watch all the videos on your smartphone or a tablet device, like one of these pads that people are carrying around everywhere. And I'll show you exactly how it all works in just a bit. It is super simple, trust me. Now, if you're not too savvy with these high-tech devices, I get it. You can also opt to get the DVDs, and I'll ship you everything you need in just a few days. It's that easy. And I promise you this, it'll work for you just like it did for me. Remember, each and every single recipe and guide was researched, designed, and customized by a man who was going through the exact same struggles that you are. A man that's been through it all. I've tried every diet. A man who's tried eating tuna and chicken breast every day till I saw shit results. So you can bet that I made sure that each of these meals are delicious, easy to make, cost efficient, and I made sure that the videos were short and to the point because I know you have better things to do. Okay, so you know at our age, we don't have any chance for failure. And eating foods that we dislike in order to get in shape is really a recipe for disaster. We all really deserve to eat like a man, yet still look like a man. Honestly, without the simple guide of the TestMax nutrition system, I wouldn't be speaking to you here today. Besides not having the body, I wouldn't have the confidence being in front of this camera right now. But I am here. And for yourself, maybe there's a place or a position at work that you would like to be, but maybe your body's holding you back. Whether it's physical or just mental, I don't know. But I know I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm no different from you or any other 40-year-old out there, 50-year-old, 60-year-old. The Test Max program is the one advantage that I had above other men who were over the age of 40, to get the body that most guys wish they had in their 20s and their 30s. And in addition, I've included my Test Max recipe bank for you to have. These live cooking style videos will provide you with a variety of new testosterone boosting meals to follow throughout the phases to further enhance your testosterone. Every single week, I'll unlock a new video showing you step by step in meal by delicious test boosting meal how you can eat your way to higher testosterone in a better body. And you can have it all just by clicking the button below. And you need to click right now. I have to let you know this. Individual results and experiences may vary because we're all different. However, you're probably thinking, if Clark can do it at 53 and Toby can do it at 65, you know you can experience even faster and more dramatic improvements for yourself. And that is the attitude that makes you deserve to take the testosterone advantage of Test Max Nutrition. Listen, I made this program for men who care. Men who want to prove that they can live in their prime at the age of 40, 50, or even 60. Men who are willing to put in the work and not be afraid of becoming better. Men like you. However, listen, this is not made for men who are okay with having belly fat or okay with having their women in their life not being attracted to them. And it's not made for men who have accepted failure or accepted giving up on living a life that is more exciting, because those men are not here with us today. You and I are in the same path to getting the athletic body that we want as older men. Being able to show off your body on vacation and make our ladies think, wow, that's my man. The only difference between you and I is I have a tiny bit of a head start, but in just a few seconds, you'll be able to catch up, and you're going to do it fast. Perhaps even faster than I could have if I had started with you. How? Well, all you have to do is take the next few seconds and click on the button below. And I'll give you instant access to my system that will boost your testosterone and get you the body that you know you need. This program has changed my personal life. And it's the only reason I'm willing to share it with you. Honestly, guys, I'm not doing this for any other reason. You know, my father always taught me, Clark, don't be selfish. If you have something great, share it with your friends, your family, and anybody who needs it. It's my obligation to share this with you. And make sure that you do what you can do to help others as well, starting with yourself. And Test Max is the one thing that I want to share with you. Personally, I really do know the struggle of having low test, and I know this is something that I can absolutely help you with. If I knew about this program before my episode that I told you about, it would have saved me a lot of time and a lot of pain. And more importantly, I would have been living a life that was a lot happier, a lot sooner, and not suffered through depression and anxiety and fear and loss of confidence. You know, I would have paid thousands and thousands of dollars to get this kind of information and to save myself from the suffering that I went through. I mean, that was real to me. No bullshit. However, there was nobody to show me about proper nutrition and the completely different things that older men must do to get in shape. Sure, I knew how to eat right. Sure, I did all the bodybuilding diets, but it wasn't specific to boosting my testosterone. Things like knowing what to eat, how to prepare it. This is often really a mystery for men like us. You might think I knew that stuff, but the truth is I didn't. This new scientific research was not available during that time in my life, but it is now. And we've done the research. And once you make it happen, you're going to live a lot happier too. Now, the truth is you can't really put a price on happiness, can you? But men from all over the world were offering me hundreds and even thousands of dollars to train them when they heard about how this program has been transforming so many men's lives. I mean, I understand, because if I was them, I'd be willing to pay someone thousands or more to finally get rid of my belly fat and find a natural and safe way to do it once and for all, while boosting my testosterone. But I also know that $1,000 or a few $100s might be a lot of money for some people. And it could affect your decision on whether to try to hit your fat loss goals or whether to stay stuck with your body fat forever. But here's something that I want you to understand. It's that no man should let money hold him back from having the body that is rightfully belonging to him, especially at a critical time that can determine if you'll get in shape or you'll continue to fade away. Listen, we're brothers. We have the same goal. And that's why I'm going to share with you my personal friends and family discount. When you click the button below to get started now, you'll notice I've already applied an instant 50% discount. Instead of the regular $197, you'll be given the program for less than half that price. It's just $97 today. Literally, you have the entire Test Max Nutrition program for less than it would cost you to eat out just a few times. Think about that. And it's much less than a crazy enrollment fee to a gym that you really don't want to go to. Listen, no one has ever regretted eating healthy and getting into shape. Never, ever, never, not once. But I promise that you will regret not taking the opportunity that is presented to you right now. This is not just an eating program, guys. It's an instant investment for you and your family. You're investing a few dollars that will give you exponentially better health and get you in much better shape. Okay, listen, I want you to make sure your investment is secure. I want you to take advantage of this program completely, risk and worry-free. I know you already have enough stress and worry in your life with work, family, and all the other stuff that's going on. So I definitely don't want you to have to be concerned if this isn't the right investment for you. Even though you won't need this, I'm still going to make everything worry-free by giving you my 100% money back guarantee. Listen, guys, if for some reason, any reason, your testosterone is not optimized and you don't get the body you want, just let me know through an email or a call and I will give your money back. No questions asked. However, you won't have to do that because I am so confident this program will work for you just like it did for me and Toby and so many others. Okay, I know you're probably thinking this. Why is he giving it to me for such a low price and why is he guaranteeing the results? Well, it's honestly because you've earned it. Now remember, you're here today watching this video for one simple reason: to get rid of your belly fat and get back in shape and boost your testosterone. And you're doing just that. So let me be the first to say, congratulations. Because once you click the button below, you will have accomplished something that most men will not do, which is taking that huge first step to boosting your testosterone and taking control of your life. Imagine not having to worry about what not to eat again, because everything you need will be right there for you. And with every meal you eat, you're getting closer and closer to that lean, toned, and healthy body that you promised yourself that you would have one day. And within a few short days, you will immediately notice how your clothes are starting to fit much more loosely and comfortably. And after a few weeks, don't get me started, you're going to get more and more compliments like, "What have you been doing? What is your secret? Tell me what's going on." And with the lady in your life, woohoo, you'll start seeing that passion and the sparkle in her eyes. And that is the most beautiful thing that you could ever do for your wife. Once you start satisfying her even better than before with the new body that you have. Happy wife, happy life. And by the time you reach phase 2, you will be an absolutely new and improved man. I promise you that. Now, besides improving your looks, you'll have a better, more athletic physique than most younger guys do. Trust me, because I do. You'll be able to enjoy all your hobbies again. Hell, you'll probably take off a few strokes of your golf game and be able to walk all the holes without a cart. How great will that feel? And there's that newfound respect from your friends and coworkers. That is priceless. You'll notice how they listen and pay close attention to every word that you say. And you'll even notice how everyone is so excited and inspired just to see you. And this isn't just a one-time thing, guys. No matter where you go and what you do, people are going to greet you different and treat you better. Trust me, it happens to me all the time. Oh my God, look at that guy. He looks great. I wish I looked like him. Honey, why don't you look like him? Picture having this new life for years to come. And it's all because you made this decision today to transform your life right now. Now, I know this doesn't sound fair for the other men out there who don't know about this program and aren't looking to change their body the way you are, but listen, you've earned it. You've sat here and watched this video, and you've already earned my respect for being here right now and following through with your goal today. So, click the button below now and make your dreams, your body, your new energetic life a reality. However, the truth is, this will never happen unless you take action and click the button right now. Not tomorrow, not the next week, not the next day, but guys, listen, right now. Positive thinking is useless until positive action follows. Now it's your time to take positive action. You see, right now, this testosterone solution for older men is still fresh in your mind. And this is the moment that you're most excited in using it to change the way you look. It's like I just gave you all the answers to a test, and if you were to take that test now, shoot, you would get an A, guaranteed, right? But if you wait till tonight, you're going to forget some of the answers. And the excitement and the motivation that you have starts to die down a little, and you believe that you can no longer do this. I believe you can. I know you can. And if you wait till tomorrow, you're going to forget even more. You're going to be less convinced that this is a program for you. After a few days, shit, you're going to be back to the same old habits, eating junk, treating yourself like hell, and not taking care of the body that you've been given. Let me share something that a good friend of mine said one time. There was a lady. She told me this. She was short, she was fat, she was overweight. She looked at me in my eyes and she said, Clark, this is the body that God gave me, and I'm going to live in it healthy. That's a powerful ass statement. So ask yourself that question. You have one body. Are you going to live in it healthy? Okay, moving on. You know, we constantly set goals for ourselves. However, many of them get left undone because life simply takes over, gets in the way. Stuff happens. Shit happens, as they say. Things like new, stressful work projects, family plans, or whatever unexpected things that might pop up in your life. I get it. I understand. And life has been doing things like this to you for a long time, causing you to neglect your body and leaving you with struggles of having belly fat and weighing more than you want to weigh and not having the body that you want to live in. But isn't it time for you to take back control of your life instead of letting life control you? Think about that. The only way for you to make sure that your life doesn't hold you back anymore is by making sure that you take action right now. Because once you start the Test Max program, you do have the power to change. And you'll have all the tools that you need right in front of you right now. Just like that. Here's the truth. Waiting is just going to lead you right back to not knowing what to eat, what to do, and worst of all, leaving you behind with the rest of the other man who just sat around and waited and weren't man enough to make a decision. Men who aren't truly happy with what they see every morning in the mirror. Men who know they can do better, but they're too afraid to take action. Men who have just given up on enjoying and providing a better life for themselves and, worse off, their family. But listen, you're different, and don't ever forget that. Honestly, you took the time today and gained all the information you need to transform yourself into the man that you want and deserve to be. You've already done most of the work. You sat here and listened to me for so long. Now you just have to apply this knowledge and not let it go to waste. Now the truth is this: I cannot make this decision for you. I can beg you, I can plead with you, and I can ask you, but no one can make that decision. Not your wife, not your kids, not even an old friend. Only you, my friend. Only you can make this decision. But the truth is, you decided a long time ago, when you looked down at your belly fat, you grabbed it and you said, I need to lose this weight. Well, guys, here's how. All you have to do is just follow through with the one change that you promised yourself by clicking that button below right now. This is the solution that you're looking for. It's here and it's ready for you right now. Guys, honestly, you have the easy part. All you have to do is say yes. Yes to living a more adventurous life. Yes to a better and more youthful you. And yes, I'll click the button below and get started with getting Test Max Nutrition now. Okay, are you still here? Okay, if you haven't claimed your spot yet, you probably have some last-minute questions that you want answered before you sign up. A little kind of hesitation here. I totally understand. That's why I'm still standing here. So I'm going to answer a few more of those common questions that you guys might have about the program right now. So you can click the button below at any time to sign up once your question is answered. And if I don't answer your question in the next few minutes, here's what I want you to do. Call the 800 number on the screen, and one of my coaches, one of my team members, they're going to help you get the answer you're looking for. I promise. Frequently asked questions. Clark, what makes your program so different than other diet plans? Well, Test Max Nutrition is the world's first and only plan designed with the primary goal of increasing testosterone in older men. Despite its tremendous importance, other diet plans simply don't account for testosterone at all, since they're designed mainly for women in mind. But the truth about it is, diets are not unisex. We totally have different hormone levels and different needs, which is why I feel that this program is the best program out there for men just like you. But it's not just about hormone support. Test Max Nutrition is also designed to be easy for men to follow. It's easier to prepare your food, and it includes masculine foods that men absolutely love to eat. Now, other diets are much more difficult for men to stick to, and they really focus on the feminine aspects of dieting, and men honestly don't enjoy making them or eating them. Clark, what if I'm already taking TRT? Will this program work for me? Yes. Guys, in fact, it will. You know, here's what I want you to understand. It's even more important for you to do this stuff if you're on those prescription medications to fight the negative side effects that you might be experiencing or probably will be experiencing in the future. While we recommend a natural approach, if you do choose to use TRT, eating right is actually even more important. Okay guys, eating the right supporting foods will make other test boosting methods that you're doing that much more effective. Clark, I'm 60, I'm 70, I'm 80, or heck, I'm older. Will this program work for me? Guys, listen, I don't care how old you are. The program will work for you. Since test is the problem, especially if you're 60, 70, or 80. This is designed to be exactly what you need in order to up your master male hormone. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, you need the program. Why do I need to follow this diet? Okay, if you have basic cooking supplies, you can follow the Test Max Nutrition program. As long as you have access to a stove, a blender, a microwave, a few pots and pans, you're gonna be fine. To make this program even easier to follow, you can also optionally use a slow cooker, a gas outdoor grill, an electric grill like a George Foreman. That's my favorite. That's what I use all the time. Clark, I have food allergies. Does this plan take that into account? Yep, we included that too. I've included a detailed substitution sheet for those of you who are allergic to soy, peanuts, dairy, and other common allergens. Do I have to work out with this plan? No, I know you're surprised that I said that, but you can absolutely see results just by adding Test Max Nutrition to your current workout program, or even if you're doing nothing at all. Now listen, working out will accelerate your progress with the program, and I recommend, if you want to see results 20 to 30% faster, then do it with a workout program. I also provide recommendations for short, basic workouts that I've added to the program, and I've arranged discounts for you with some of the best trainers that I know for men over 40 who want to complete the program. Can I really afford to spend $97 on this program? Listen, only you can answer that question, but what I say is yes. No matter how much money you have or how little money you have, the truth is, you can't afford not to sign up with this program. You've watched it this far, so that means there's something in your life that needs fixing, and this program is gonna fix it. Guys, here's the deal. You're gonna save about $100 a month on food costs alone, because the Test Max program shows you how to prepare delicious, healthy foods with dirt cheap ingredients. So you're actually gonna be saving money if you get this program today, or actually when you get this program today. Think about this for 1 second. Let me slow this down, and I want you to think about this. What about medical bills? What about loss of productivity at work? What about all the money you've wasted over the years on buying crap that you believed was going to work for you? I know that's why you're here right now, because you're wondering, is this going to work for me? Here's what I got to tell you right now. You cannot afford to pass on this opportunity, especially if you're in a tough financial situation. I know that sounds weird, but here's the deal. I can help you become more productive. I can help you have more energy. I can help you feel better through this program. It will work. So do yourself a favor right now. Make the investment today. Invest into your health. Invest into your body. Invest into your family. Invest into adding years to your lifespan by taking control of your testosterone today with Test Max Nutrition. Here's what I want you to do. Click the button below right now, and we can get started today. Guys, I'm looking forward to being your coach, and I will see you inside the program.